Hi, Amira. How are you doing today? Yeah, it's nice to meet you. Thanks for coming in. Um, yeah, what can I help you with today? Okay, I'm so sorry to hear that. Sleep is really important. It's good for us to have you here, and we can see if we can find some ways to help. Yeah, it sounds like we're not feeling rested. Can you explain a little bit more? I'll make sure I understand what I can help you with too before I start, mansplaining stuff to you. What do you need from me today? Okay. Yeah, I think we can definitely help with that. Okay, great. Um, so yeah, I can. This sounds like you're in the right place. So we can definitely help with that and do an assessment here. Can you just explain, or maybe can you explain to me like your sleep schedule, what that would look like? Just like in an average week. Okay. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm a little bit confused. Did you say you get up at 5 a.m. each day? Do you prefer that? Does your body would you prefer that? Is that what you would like to do? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I definitely I know that in the past, people were definitely forced to get up earlier than they prefer, and I definitely know that I don't prefer to get up that early. But if you do, that's okay. Do you prefer to do that? Okay. Okay. So it sounds like yeah. Sorry, just want to make sure I understand. So why do we get up at 5 if we're not? It sounds like we're having some rest issues. Is there a way we could like sleep in more? Would that be possible? Okay. So yeah, so you said that you have to be at work by 7 a.m. Um, yeah, I guess, labor's a part of life and in our community and stuff, making sure that we're, that's part of it, of living, I guess. But I guess what I'm concerned about or confused about is the urgency there. There's always this perception of urgency in the past was an issue in our society. Um, what do you do for work? Okay. And so yeah, that work. I mean, I'm still struggling to understand here. Is there some kind of, I guess, process or natural phenomenon that requires you to get up so early? Because it sounds like that can be done at any time in I guess, a time that works better for your schedule. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I'm hearing the words that you're saying, but I don't. It sounds like a manipulation rather than like a good faith explanation for why you have to be there. It sounds like I shared in previous, way in the past when we used to have work and the 36% of your life or 40-hour a work week, kind of. Which really wasn't efficient. It was coercive control rather than a necessity. You know what I mean? It was where they wanted you here a certain time and to follow certain rules that we didn't really get a say in, and it didn't really make sense to people. Didn't allow people to work in a way that they were most efficient, worked around their passions, things like that. You know what I mean? And so it's not. I mean, some of this, I mean, I don't know. I'm struggling to understand the urgency and the need to be there by 7 a.m. when it sounds like the tasks that you're explaining could be done at any time. And especially if you're struggling with sleep, that's really important. Um, yeah, can you explain a little bit more about your labor pool here, or kind of like, yeah, who's making these decisions for you? I guess. Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I'm still struggling to understand here. Who's making these? Can you explain more? Who's making these decisions here? Um, I want to make sure I really understand. It doesn't sound like this is something you want to do. That is the best time and way for you to do it. And it sounds like all I can really hear are, I guess, appeals to authority, which also we shouldn't have that kind of, I guess, coercive hierarchy anymore. And so, who's telling you have to do this, and why are they in charge? Which it sounds like they shouldn't be if they're doing things like this. Okay. Okay, Amira, I really yeah, I'm very concerned. I'll be honest. I really appreciate you coming in. I need to make sure that you're safe and that this is handled well. I do um yeah, have concerns, and I think that you are in a exploitative environment right now, and there are people making you do things you don't want to do that don't work well for you, and you're struggling. You're not getting enough sleep. Sounds like they're not very efficient. They're not very competent, and yet they still have that control over you. Which there's no merit there. There's a arbitrary hierarchy of coercion, and I can even I will say I can even tell from your body language and talking with me here that there's an anxiety about sharing these things, and me trying to put it in pretty black and white language that this is harmful. And so I want you to know, like, you are safe here. This is going to I am a mandatory reporter, and so we are going to have to do a 72-hour hold and talk to these people and make sure that you're safe. Yep, and I understand. I know that's scary. Okay, I want to just let you know you are safe. We take retaliation very seriously. And so we don't do this a lot anymore because we've gotten rid of a lot of these practices and have a lot of regulatory safeguards in place to prevent people like this from being in positions of power where they can exploit or coerce people like this. But we have a very robust system of checks and balances for these kind of situations like you're dealing with here. Your human rights are being infringed on right now, and so that's why we need to really make sure we address. Okay, and so they're gonna put on a 72-hour hold. We're gonna go into an investigation, and during that time, you're gonna be. I think actually what I'm gonna prescribe is some really just some rest, relaxation, time for you to recuperate, maybe get some other services here to really make sure that it sounds like a very traumatic experience to be having to deal with this. And so I'm going to prescribe to you just some ways to recuperate and make sure that you're really safe, and also anyone else around you too. If we can get you to, I don't know, go to the lake with friends and family or something, and really like take a break from some of this. It sounds like a lot, so that'll be a really good way to. What are some things you like to do in your free time here? Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds great. We're gonna make some time for you to do that. This is not okay, and again, like I said, you're an individual. These are systems. We need to make sure that we're handling this for you. And so you're gonna sit tight there. We'll keep you on the phone here. I'm gonna have someone come and pick you up, and we're gonna go ahead and address this. Okay, I'm gonna make some calls. But thanks for coming in today. I know this is a little bit scary, but I promise we're gonna take care of this and make sure that you're safe and everyone around you in your community is safe. You deserve that. You deserve these are not negotiable. People don't get to just take these away, or you deserve to feel safe, and we're going to take care of this for you, okay? Any other questions for me? Okay. Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it.